Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy II for the Nintendo Famicom. Last episode, our heroes, Fess, Maxine, Booker, and their white wizard friend Minwu rescued all the imprisoned men from the Semite Mines. They're from Salamand. Getting a little tongue twisted there. Too many S's. They also rescued Joseph's daughter, Nellie, and basically she was being held captive so that, you know, to kind of blackmail Joseph to keep him from helping us. But we freed them, and luckily Paul, that ninja thief, back in Altair, he was in the mines, and so he escorted the people back to safety. So here we get a fire tome. We're going to give that to Maxine. She'll start working on that. So when we're low on MP, we can start working on the fire, rather than using the 3 magic points that the Blizzard costs. So we can get 3 times more uses out of the fire. Of course, it'll be much weaker, but as you can see, the enemies here are weak enough that we can pretty much take them out with Fess and Booker and Minwu's melee attacks. So, especially since Fess and Booker both have level 2, you know, sword skill, so they can get up to 2 hits every time they attack. So, yeah, we'll work on that that magic spell to try to get it up. So, like I said, the main thing we wanted to do was get the ice up first, because we have 2 bosses eventually that are going to be weak to ice. Well, 1 boss and then a mini boss that's coming up very shortly here. So, and since we were getting the fire, I knew we were getting the fire tome for free. We just saved money by just buying the ice instead. So now we just not too much longer to go in the mine here. This floor is kind of short. We only had that 1 treasure chest. There's 1 treasure chest on the next floor as well, but it's kind of far away, so we gotta do a lot of walking to get to it. Thankfully, though, the boss and the mythril that we're seeking is pretty close to the stairway going down. So, if you want, I know when I practice run for this, I just beat the boss and I didn't have enough resources to take on the mini boss total, so I just came back here later on to get the treasure. But seems like the thing is to always go into the left door, which is what we're gonna do. We're gonna heal ourselves up here. So, one smart thing you can do that I didn't do, I guess I overestimated my character's abilities, is you could put Minwu in the front because he has pretty good hit points, and then just have everybody else in the back, and then have Maria basically take out this boss, which is not the green slime. We just happened to run into green slimes right before we got to talk with the boss. So, these guys are weak to both ice and fire, so either spell will finish them off. So, the strategy for one of the strategies for the bosses is you can put Minwu in the front and then have him cast the blink spell on himself, and that'll help prevent him from getting hit. And then, you know, your 2 characters like Fess and Booker won't be able to do any damage from the back row, but Maxine will be pretty safe in the back row. The boss does have an ability, Bow 3, that can hit the back row, but still should be pretty safe in the back row. I did not do that this time. I was hoping that I could do a multi-target blink, but the battle still went okay, so I'll never hand over the mithril. Here we have our first boss of the game, the Sergeant, rank 3 monster. So you'll see just how much tougher he is. So has 140 hit points, so about 3 of those spells should finish him off. Now the blink is supposed to raise your evasion, but even with the increased evasion, this guy still hit us pretty hard. So, and he seemed to be able to cut through our evasion pretty well. So, I'm just casting this now. Like I said, it probably was a little less targeted because, not as effective because I multi-targeted. So like I said, if you put Minwu in the front and you So he would have been able to survive that one hit by the sergeant. He might not even been hit by the sergeant because, you know, the blink would have stacked better on him. So he has pretty high defense, as you can see, so Fess and Booker ain't going to do too much damage to him. Our main damage dealer is going to be Maxine, who unfortunately got knocked out. But the good thing is, even with the strategy that I'm using here, Minwu has the life spell, and he can keep casting that life spell and bringing, you know, pretty much people back to life. So, because the sergeant can only target one person at a time, so, yeah, there's that bow through that can hit from the back row. So, basically you just gotta get lucky and hope that he misses somebody, and that gets everybody else on their feet, which ends up happening here. So, another reason why we wanted to, you know, build up our evasion, so we can dodge attacks. So, ooh, he knocked out Booker again. But, well, Booker will have to just stay down there for a little bit. But, I guess one of the good things about, you know, taking all this damage is we're probably going to get some good stat-ups from this fight. So, Minwu once again try to, let's see, he missed Maxine there, so now everyone's going to get back on their feet, and Maxine will end up finishing the sergeant off with her last spell here. So, everybody will be, will get the rewards for this fight. Here we go. Challenging little boss, but hey, we're gonna get the good rewards here, so. Stamina, hit points, magic power, stamina, intellect, magic points, and hit points up. Booker agility and hit points. So, woohoo! And not only did we get a lot of rewards, but the Rebellion is gonna get a lot of rewards, because in that chest back there is the mythril that we're seeking. So, let's have Fess heal up some characters here. Use up some, get a little bit of more points toward his cure. Eventually we'll have him cast it in battle. I think we got the mithril, and we are we're pretty strong enough that we have enough to go take on the little total mini boss. So you might have seen there was a chest to the north of the doorway where we went to get the mithril. We're gonna have to go all the way around. Now, we've got zombies, they're weak to fire, so we could use the fire spell, but I'm just going to use that garlic to show off what it does. You basically use it as an item in battle, and it will deal damage to undead. So, there you go, good damage too, so enough to finish him off, so even multi-targeting there, it was able to take them all out, so there we go. Alright, now let's get out of here, go up there and get that that last treasure chest. Another good thing, I know he's talking about the virtue of Min having that life spell, real lifesaver, no pun intended, but another good spell that Minwu has is that teleport spell, and that will take you immediately outside of the dungeon. So it'll basically tank his hit points, because it's a pretty low level spell, he doesn't have a lot of levels in it. And he's going to take a lot of damage from using that spell, but, you know, the whole party would probably take that much damage trying to escape the, you know, walk out of the dungeon anyway, so, and it saves, like I said, a whole bunch of time. And Minwu has enough hit points that, or enough magic points that even after he casts that spell, he'll have enough magic points to cast Cure to heal everybody up, so. Booker did not finish off that sprinter. That's not good. We want to finish off that front row so that we start getting the back row. But, oh well, plans, once you saw that sergeant battle, sometimes plans just don't go as you would want them to. But, we just adapt. Maxine can take out the ones in the back row there with her fire spell. So, there you go. And hopefully we should finish them all off this time here. The main thing is we just want to save enough MP so that Maxine has at least 3 MP. If you have your Blizzard spell at level 3, which you should have if you've been, you know, working on it every battle like how I have, you'll be able to one-shot the total mini-boss with a Blizzard 3 spell. So, yeah, the totals like the sergeant that we just fought has a really high defense, so it would be really tough for Fess, Booker, and Minwu to damage them with their weapons. Just goes to show with the, the Rebellion was right when they're saying that, like, hey, our weapons are pretty bad quality. We can't damage the Sergeant and his armor, we can't damage the Turtles. So, we definitely want to get that Mithril equipment once we take the Mithril back to Altair. But unfortunately, we just keep getting run into more encounters and encounters and encounters and encounters. So, but we'll get there. So, as long as you're fighting these encounters, you'll, like I said, no need to really grind. The grinding takes care of itself. So, which I like about the game. You never have to really pause to do anything. So. The only complaint I have about the game is that I guess, the money is so tight at the beginning of the game, and then, like I said, when you get to a certain point, you just have too much money, you have nothing to spend it on. So, it's a little unbalanced like that. But, and I'm like, not even like buying armor. Could you imagine if you were like thinking about buying armor in this game? Yeah, you'd really like be grinding, so. This time we're actually going to put everybody in the back row except for Minwu, just to be safe. So we saw how bad the strategy with the last one went. So we got the teleport, that'll go to Fess. And here is the land turtle. It is also a level 3 monster, like the Sergeant. You can see it. So this battle would kind of play out like how the Sergeant battle would play out. If I did this strategy here, I would accidentally cast the wrong spell, but I'd probably cast the blink spell on Minwu to give him, evasion, so that he can avoid the rest of the land turtle's attacks, and then everybody else in the back row is safe, especially with the land turtle because you don't have that bow attack like the Sergeant had. So, all right, well that completes everything we need to do here in the Semite Falls Mines. Give that teleport spell to Fess. He will use it eventually in the future. And Minwu will end up using the teleport spell right now. We just go to him, and look at his hit points, so no use curing him before you use the teleport spell, because like I said, see, it costs hit points, so. Look at that, we get right into a battle right afterwards, so yeah, look, it took him down from 53 to, from 52 to 3. So, I'm gonna have to get my characters back into their right positions. I was expecting to take one step and jump in the water, and the canoe was safe. And then, like, reorganize my party, but I guess that's a word to the wise. Always just assume that you're going to, a word of wisdom, always assume that you're going to get into a fight right away. So, yes, that's good that we got that fire spell now, because now we have 4 charges of magic. We can go through 4 battles, with magic. So, if we just were using the Blizzard, Maxine will only have 1 more charge left. So, alright, let's reorganize our party, put everybody back where they should be. And then we'll go in the back row, and now we can just jump into the water. And we can't go down the waterfall, but that's okay. We want to head canoe this way. Now you don't want to go any further to the west, because there's some pretty tough monsters beyond the side. They're good for grinding though, because in that group there's magicians, and the magicians drop those spell books that you can sell for good money. So that's one way to get some decent money. It would have been nice if the Sergeant, he has, his drops are 200 gil, 4 times, and then the other 4 drops that you can do is a Mithril Helm, Mithril Armor, Mithril Axe, Mithril Bow. Probably the Mithril Bow would have been the best to get, because, we want to give it to thing. But, under the armor, we could, just sell, So, the bow would, like I said, be the most useful, because you wouldn't have to buy a Mithril Bow later on. But the armor would have been useful enough to sell to, because the main thing we want to get right away would be Mithril Swords then for Fess and Booker. Unfortunately, we won't be able to afford all them because mithril swords cost 1,800, so it's pretty expensive. So, yep, not gonna be able to afford both of them. So, but let's head to Salamand here and see if the rest of the folks got in safe. So. We'll just use up the rest of Maxine's MP here. See if we can force a magic point increase for her. Her magic though is doing pretty good. I think usually when I finish the game, I have around like maybe 200 magic points in that vicinity. So we're really early in the game, and she's what, at like high 30s? I think 36. So she's on a good pace. So let's see if we can, get it as early as we can. So of course, as you raise your magic power up, you'll gain more, magic points every time it does go up. So oh, Minwu got a bow level. Not that it's all that important. But hey, everyone's back! Hooray! Take the mithril to altar and give it to the princess. Our husbands are back home safe. Thank you. Thank you so much for saving us. Our husbands are back home safe. Thank you. I want to heal ourselves up here at the inn. But let's use Minwu's magic to heal ourselves up. Save a little bit of money. So I keep preaching about how money is tight at the beginning of the game. So it would be foolish of me to spend money that I can save by just using Minwu's cure spell. So yeah, we saved a little bit of money there. So I think like 60 some. I think it was like 183. I think they were charging, and we got down to 119. I think those were the numbers. So we saved a little bit of money, pinched our pennies. Let's talk with these townsfolks. Hooray! Same thing. Take the mithril to the princess. We will do that. But first, let's go talk with whatchamacallit. Let's go talk with Joseph, because he was our contact. We were supposed to make rendezvous with. So there's this crush out there. Yep. So and up in the corner there, hey, there's Nellie. She's home safe. Where's Paul? Thanks for saving me. No problem. And she doesn't say anything to us, but I always like to check anyway, just to be safe. So now let's talk with Joseph, see if he his tongue is loosened. You saved my daughter. That cowardly Borgin have been threatening Nellie to get to me. If there's anything I can do to help, just ask. Sid is the leading expert on airships. Since the Dark Knight took over, construction sped up. I hear it's close to its completion. The Semite Falls used to be an old mithril mine. The deepest parts of the cave still have some mithril deposits. So I guess, yeah, if you do come back here after you rescue the people, that was kind of your clue to go deeper into the mine to find that mithril. This guy's like, hey, it's deeper in the mine. So let's wander around here, see if we talk with everybody. Is there anybody up here? Oh, yep, there's a guy hiding up there. I guess he's hiding back there. You don't want to be captured again. You'll need a snowcraft to get across snowfields. No? I heard that Joseph hides a snowcraft in the cavern at Semite Falls. I remember her saying something about a wall near a blue stone. Yeah, remember that blue stone as soon as you entered? And I said we we're going to have to go back to that cave later on, and that's where we're going to have to go back and get that snowcraft. Because that snow area up there, yeah, you can't get onto the snow without the snowcraft, so... And there's a dungeon up there we're going to have to go to later. But that'll be in a future episode. Take care, have a good one, thanks for following along. Bye!